Hey guys, Bitcoin Owen here. Um, I've had a look at Google AI there, Gemini. I asked her about does AIB borrow, do the Irish banks borrow from the ECB? And the answer is they do. They do borrow from the ECB because sometimes they need to top up their reserves basically to meet the regulations, so they have to borrow from the ECB. But mostly they just create the money from thin air ex nihilo. It seems to me they don't, the money they have, they are restricted in terms of how much they can lend by the reserves that they have, the deposits that they have on reserve basically. So that is a limitation, but mostly they're limited by the regulations that I mentioned yesterday, the times income, how many times income, and it's 4 times. A mortgage can be up to 4 times a person's income, annual income, and that is how there are numerous regulations, and they have to be compliant and remain in compliance with all of the regulations at all times. And their audit is very closely watched as well. The auditor would check to make sure that the bank is meeting all of the regulatory requirements in terms of its reserves. The Bitcoin price is struggling at the moment. It's down around 91,000 Bitcoin, and that doesn't look too good. But this today is a buying opportunity in my view. This is a buying opportunity. If you have any fiat left, then I would recommend that you buy some Bitcoin with it, because we may not see sub $90,000 Bitcoin prices ever again. It was only a month ago that the price was at 125,000 per Bitcoin. It's down to 91 now. That's a drop of 30% or more in a few weeks. So stock up on your Bitcoin now, folks, I would say, and do not fall for the XRP or the Solana or the Ethereum or any of those altcoins. They're just a distraction, and they cannot beat Bitcoin's decentralization. Bitcoin was the first and original crypto, and all the rest of them are just copycats, and they're doing essentially the same thing that Bitcoin does and not offering anything in improvement. Ethereum switched to proof of stake there last year or the year before, and that has destroyed their qualities as a decentralized cryptocurrency. Like, share and subscribe, guys.